Just imagine your father just getting off trial for criminal activities, and then here comes a designer calling you out for criminal activity. Let's talk about it, shall we? Because McComb's twin, they announced a few days ago that they won't be going to college, but they'll be launching their new line 1221. Now, following their announcement, and we're talking about Jesse and Delilah, the daughter of Kim Porter and Sean Diddy Combs, they announced that that they've actually launched their new clothing line. Now, following their announcement, a fashion designer, is now coming out to call out Diddy's twin. She's basically accusing them of theft. Right? Let's talk about it, because she is giving a backstory how she came up with her clothing line name, and now Sean Diddy Combs' twin, they seem to have something very identical to what she has, and she's basically saying that they are clearly ripping her off. But let's take a look at this clip together, and then I'll come back and we're going to talk some more, because I want to know from you guys if this is coincidental or is it a clear ripoff. So let's get into this clip, and then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
Diddy's daughters, the Combs twins, copied my clothing brand. January 1st, 2024, I dropped my clothing brand 1221 Apparel, which I have an LLC and an Instagram page for. And yesterday, all of my friends kept sending me this video.
This is 1221.
As you can see in both our profile pictures, this is my logo and this is theirs. Just a little bit of background on myself and my clothing brand. I first learned how to sew when I was 8 years old. My grandma initially taught me. Then fast forward to 2023, I'd already been contemplating starting my own clothing brand for a couple years now. At the same time, I was also one of the lowest points in my life. I was stuck in a toxic relationship. The relationships with who I was closest with and my family and friends were going downhill. I had gotten fired from my job. I had totaled 2 cars in a span of 2 months. And just overall, everything seemed like it was going downhill in my life. At the same time where all this is happening, I started seeing the number 1221 everywhere. I was in class, I would look at the clock, it would say 1221. I would randomly pick up my phone, it would say 1221. I would see it on license plates, signs, literally everywhere. Till one night, I couldn't sleep, and I remembered that I had been meaning to look up this number to see what it meant. I looked up the number 1221, and it basically had answered everything I was questioning in life at the time. In short, it told me to not let my fears get in the way of my dreams, trust your intuition. Doors would be opening for me, I just have to walk through them and trust myself. It was at that exact moment that I knew what I was going to name my clothing brand when I finally dropped it. The slogan for my brand is Design Your Destiny, because when you put on my clothes, I want you to feel like your best version of yourself. The same feeling you get after you just got your hair done, or guys when you just get a fresh cut. My brand 1221 Apparel, I specialize in making custom one-of-one pieces, high-end streetwear fashion for men and women. Since I've dropped my brand, I've now been in the Los Angeles Fashion Show, and I've been able to get my clothes on celebrities and big influencers. Everything that I make that you can see on my Instagram page, I make by hand from scratch. I source all my materials, fabrics, zippers, buttons, all out of Los Angeles. I'm making this video because it's so frustrating when you put actual blood, sweat, and tears into something you care so much about. And I feel like this happens to a lot of small Black-owned businesses where celebrities or big corporations will steal their ideas or steal their names. I've put my absolute all into trying to grow this brand. I also have a short film on my Instagram page that tells you a little bit more about my story and my background. So I just really wanted to make this video to spread the word, and if you support me and if you want to support the real 1221 Apparel, please go follow the Instagram. All I can say is you can expect huge things from me going forward, and this is just the beginning.
Now guys, that is Imani from TikTok. So she has basically told a passionate story about how she came up with her clothing brand. And at the same time, I have to say that Jesse and Delilah, their clothing brand has derived from, their birthday. So when she says that they have copied their clothing brand, it could definitely be purely just coincidental. But honestly, there's another part of me that is saying you really can't trust nothing the Combs family does because of the father. I don't know why it is that I'm like, you can't trust them, even though they're kids. Maybe they're being orchestrated by their dad to do something, but looking into it, it could be like just a genuine coincidence, and the kids did not go out copying Imani's brand. I think it is pure coincidental. Absolutely, that's what I think. But then another part of me is saying, can you really trust anything from the Combs family? No, I believe what will happen going forward, I think their father may advise them to make some changes to the brand because he's trying his best at this point in time not to be seen in the public eye as a monster following the trial. So the girls may make a switch up to their brand in the name of saving face and not be painted as a criminal in the public eyes. And I think that would be unfair to them if knowing that they came up with this concept from a genuine place, like their heart, their passion, because it's their birthday, so many people also accuse Imani of using this as an opportunity to launch herself and to be discovered more. And you know what I'm going to say? If that is what Imani is doing, I'm not mad at her. Absolutely not at all. But the only thing I would have done differently is to, the choice of words, because when you say someone has stole your clothing brand and we can see that there's some possibility of coincidence, you want to be a little bit more careful with your words. Now, also, many people have been saying that she should have just gotten an attorney to reach out to their attorney. Maybe she doesn't want to do that. Maybe she wants to use it as an opportunity to get some quick sales, some quick money, and to be discovered, 10 times more. Who knows where her intentions truly lies? But the internet is kind of half and half. But majority of the people are saying they believe it's a coincidence, knowing that Jesse and Delilah, it is their genuine birthday, So let me know what you guys think, because I really don't trust the Combs family. I don't care who it is. Everything they do, I'm gonna give it side eye. But there's a part of me who believes that the girls are genuinely passionate about their project, and all of this could have been just a coincidence. But I do hope that they work this out in the best way possible. But leave a comment below, guys. Let me know what's your 2 cents on the matter. While you're at it, do all you need to do on this video to support your girl. Peace.